Welcome once again. My name is Msimen Tarex, and basically today we are going to look at the defenses to the claim of defamation. And basically, in the earlier video I shared here, I discussed what is entailed and the tort of defamation. We basically looked at what is required to be proved in court. We looked at several ingredients. We appreciated the jurisprudence in the case of Francis Rukoya Mukome and another versus the editor-in-chief of Bukede and two others. That case espouses so well on the tort of defamation. We also had to appreciate the case of Sejova versus Rwabigonji. Also, that case discusses the tort of defamation. And basically, the two cases, of course, bring out the aspect of libel, slander, and where we know that slander is a type of defamation which is not permanent in form. It is also, we need to know that slander is also a type of defamation that is not actionable per se. And then we need to also know that, of course, there is also what we call libel. Libel is also a type of defamation, or is a category under defamation, which is actionable per se. I told you that being actionable per se means you don't need to prove any damages. But when we say that it is not actionable per se, then that means you must prove damages. Then allow me now take you to the defenses available for defamation. Number one, we have what we call the defense of justification. Justification, I want us to move slowly now. Justification, this is a defense available to the claim of defamation, is available for the defendant. He alleges, of course, he proves that whatever he said was real. That is what it means. He proves that whatever, of course, this requires bringing everything, supporting evidence to show that whatever you're saying is actually real. In short, you can call it truth. The defense, you can also call it truth or justification. It now compares the person who alleges the justification, a person who brings up that defense, to prove that actually what he said was the truth. That is what we mean by justification. And of course, Brian A. Garner in Black's Law Dictionary defines that defense. For example, he says that the defense of justification is an explanation with supporting data. An explanation with supporting data, maintaining or showing that whatever was said was true, with of course sufficient reasons to show that whatever was said is true and justifiable. That is what we mean by justification. Of course, when you go to the case of Braze Babigumira versus Hans Besige, that case also defines what amounts to justification. That case will also give you insight on what basically means, or basically what it means. Find it out and appreciate it. It's High Court Civil Suit number 744, a case of 1992. That case will actually shed light on that. Even the case of Francis Rukoya Mukome and another versus the editor-in-chief of Bukede newspapers, that case will also guide you on that defense. Then now allow me proceed to the defense of fair comment. The defense of fair comment is also defined by Brian A. Garner in the Black's Law Dictionary, where he says that a term is used in the law of libel in the law of libel applying to statements made by the writer in honest belief to be true. Here, the person who wrote the statements actually believed that these statements are true. He actually believed that these statements are true, but when in actual sense they are not true. But this is a fair comment. It's like when you're commenting, you think something is true, but when in actual sense it's not true. You can raise it as a defense. You bring the defense of fair comment or honest belief. You can call it fair comment or honest belief. For you honestly believed that what you're publishing is actually true. I encourage you to go back and read the case of Francis Rokoyamkome and another versus the editor-in-chief of Bukede newspapers and two others. That case discusses that defense. Even the case of Sejoba versus Rwabigonji discusses that defense. All right, allow me now take you to the case, the defense of privilege. Privilege is also a defense available to the defendant for against the claim of defamation. And the privilege is divided into two. We have what we call the absolute privilege and the qualified privilege. The two categories of privilege apply under the law of defamation with regard to defenses. So, of course, what is absolute privilege? This is a privilege that is exercised without any limit. You can speak whatever you want without anyone saying that it is defamation. Like we have colleagues in the parliament. The moment they are in parliament, they can speak what they want. They have that privilege of speaking what they want. Of course, they maintain the integrity of the professionalism, but they don't have to exaggerate it. But they have that privilege, and anything that is said there, even if it is defamatory, then a person cannot come up and say it was defamatory in that regard because they exercise that defense of qualified privilege. We have anything said during judicial proceedings, it is also subject to that defense. When lawyers abuse each other during court proceedings, that is not taken as defamatory, but it is considered as if you bring up that claim, then they will tell you the other party will raise that defense of the privilege with that regard. Of course, as I earlier said, the case of Sejoba versus Rwabigonji also discusses that defense. Please look it up and appreciate it. Look it up and appreciate it. Then there is also a defense of where you say it's a defense. You say like you consented. You consented to the defamatory words. You consented that the words be published. Then you can't later turn around and say, no, this is defamatory. That is basically what it means by consent. And of course, the case of the consent, you have to appreciate the case of Chapman versus Rod Ellesmere. It's a case of 1932, volume 2, King's Bench at page 431. That case will shed light on what amounts to the defense of consent in that regard. And then allow me now proceed and look at, of course, the available remedies. Available remedies. Of course, like remedies, these are reliefs awarded to the plaintiff in case after he succeeds to the claim of defamation or any other claim remedies are always available, and in the civil matters, of course. So, what are the remedies available? Number one, we have the remedy of injunction. Injunction, this is a court order restraining a person from doing an act. This is an injunction restraining a person from doing an act. That is basically what it means. And for that, of course, you must appreciate, you must go to page 250 of the Tort Law by Catherine Elliott and Francis Queenie. He discusses that defense in depth. Of course, we also have he discusses that remedy. Of course, we also have another remedy of damages. Damages, these are monetary compensations awarded to the victim of the tort as against the tort feasor. That is basically what it means. Sejova versus Rwabigonji discusses that defense in material detail. Yeah, in that case, of course, court held that as regards to damages, liable in all cases is actionable per se. So you don't have to prove any damage, any injury. You must get damages for that. Then, of course, of course, the court continued to prove that there is no need to prove damages. But if, of course, damage is suffered, then and the aggrieved party has to sue for a remedy and get awarded with damages, of course. Thank you. As we proceed, we have final, of course. Those are the few remedies that we have at hand in regard to the defamation claims. Basically, that is what we have, and I really want to thank you so much for watching. And I must maintain that we must embrace the art of learning together. Thank you so much. Share with friends, comment, leave your comments. I always want to read your comments, because the moment you leave your comments, I know where you need clarifications. I know where whether you appreciate or not, of course. And any other thing, any request, please leave it under the comment section. In case of anything, please, my contacts are there in the description box. Pick a contact, text me. I'm always free to receive any call. Thank you so much.